Also, I experienced one day my heart rate went up very, very high, and I just started feeling very dizzy and lightheaded. I thought, honestly, y'all, I thought I was dying. It was the most scariest thing. I tried to throw water on my face. That did not help. It made it worse. And all I remember is standing and looking in the mirror, and then everything just went black. Somehow I remember my arms going up, and I just fell. I don't know how I fell or anything. It's like God made sure by my arms going up like this that it protected and caught my fall.
You're wondering, why do I have this mask on? But I want to stop and say this before I move any further. Y'all, take this pandemic serious. Put on your mask. It takes 2 seconds to put it on to help kill this deadly disease.
Hey guys, and welcome back to the Shantae Immernick channel. Y'all know the saying, if this is your first time ever tuning in, welcome. I'm so glad you took the time to check me out. So you guys, I'm back. Yes, I'm back. Yes, I'm back. Yes, I'm back. You know you like that. So as y'all know, I have been out. I did take the time to post a video 5 days ago, a reaction that I did. Go ahead and check that video out. I hope you will enjoy that. But guys, before that, as you see, you reading the title correctly. That's right, your girl caught COVID. Well, long and behold, one of my family members went out of town. I'm going to say maybe for work or for luxury. I don't know. But really, it don't matter. But the moral of the story is they were around someone who tested positive. They ended up testing positive, but they were only the carrier. They called and informed me that I needed to take a test. I was feeling fine and good. Literally, I kid you not, 24 hours later, it was a wrap. Y'all hear me? I went and got tested. Well, the day that the family member told me to get tested, I went and got tested. It came back negative. That night, after being tested negative, the doctor had told me, it might be too early, prematurely, to see if really you have COVID or not. So if you start to get symptoms, come back. And I'm like, okay. But I'm like, thank God, God is good. I tested negative. I feel good. 24 hours later, y'all, in the middle of the night, I felt like I was getting cold sweats, like chills. But then I was like, I naturally get hot through the night. So I have to keep a fan by me regardless. So I was thinking maybe it was just that. But then I just started feeling just not myself. Like, when you don't feel like yourself, And then I was just like, something's not right. But I tried to give it 2 days because I was like, again, maybe it's allergies. Because anybody who has allergies, sometimes you can feel like you sick. And then less than 24 hours, you're good again. You know what I'm saying? So I tried to give it 2 days and it got worse. I started getting body aches. But it wasn't like my whole body. It was just like in my legs, near my knee, like my knee area and down. And that in itself just was like, it was a very, very irritating feeling. And then on top of that, I started feeling very fatigued. And then after 2 days of hardly getting any sleep, it was like my body was on caffeine, but I wasn't drinking any caffeine or nothing like that. It's just I couldn't get sleep. So when you're sick and your body's trying to fight something and then your body's not letting you sleep, or it's like it's just wide awake and wired, that is the worst feeling. Well, I'm not gonna say I didn't sleep for 2 days straight, but I would like maybe doze off for like a couple of hours, but wake up and I still felt like I didn't sleep. You know what I'm saying? So it was really frustrating because it just didn't feel like my body was getting the rest it needed to try to fight this. So I go back, I get tested. They come back and they say, yeah, you got COVID. Immediately, I just bust out crying. And I start crying because everyone is different. You don't know how COVID is going to affect your body personally. And then I start thinking about my family members that are around me. You know, I'm like, oh, God, I don't want nothing to happen to them, Lord, but I don't want nothing to happen to me either. You know, I'm only 32 years old. I have so much more life. I feel like I have to live things I want to do, things I want to accomplish. But, you know, at the end of the day, all you can do is have faith, pray, and rest. That's the best way to put it. At that point, stressing is not going to make the COVID go away. The blood of Jesus, the blood of Jesus. That's one thing about a praying mother and a strong mother. Their words can just bring comfort and calmness to you. So the symptoms I had were chills, body aches, muscle aches, very, very fatigued. I mean, y'all, this type of fatigue was like no other type of fatigue. I'm talking about if I was to get up and then just walk from where I'm at to where that picture is at or where my TV is at, I would have to stop maybe 3 times and take a breath because I would get so exhausted. And I am not even exaggerating. It was the scariest thing. That, I think, was more scary than the body aches because, of course, when you get the flu or you know, you get sick or get a cold, a lot of times you could get chills and body aches, so that's normal. But the fatigue, I was just like, okay, where are we going with this? And you want to keep a positive mindset because you just want to you're like, I just need to beat this, God. I just need to get over this hump and be done with it. So I didn't notice that my body, I was drinking a lot of orange juice. I was doing the things that I thought you would do for like the flu. Because again, this is a new disease, so you really don't know what actually can clear up the symptoms, you know. So everything is like trial and error. So I was drinking a lot of orange juice, Simply Orange, with no pulp. I must say, no pulp. For the body aches, I was like clockwork, y'all. Every 6 hours, and it would go away for the 6 hours, but as soon as the 6 hours was up, the pain would come right back. I had to have extra strength Tylenol. Can y'all see that? There we go. Extra strength pain relief Tylenol. Yes, I got the dollar brand. It works the same just like the regular. I bought cough drops, but I really didn't have a cough. I wasn't congested. I thank God for that. I did not have an earache. I didn't have the scratchy throat. None of that. But just having the body aches and the fatigue was enough for me, y'all. It's hard to explain. Like, you don't understand unless you get it. And you don't want to get it. That's the thing. You don't want to get it. Those are my go-to things. And then on top of that also was vitamin water. I love dragon fruit vitamin water. And then regular water, of course. I would switch between Deer Park and Core water. So those were my go-to drinks. And I was drinking that, and I wasn't feeling any better, y'all. I was not feeling any better. And I was like, what in the hell? And I just started crying, and crying. And then I guess my mom finally, because I was trying to hide, how I was feeling from my mom because I didn't want her worrying either. And when she finally saw it, she was like, here, Shantae, take this stuff. This should help. Y'all, I truly believe in my heart this is what cured me, got me back to feeling, I want to say I'm at 95% now. But mind you, I got tested on March 3rd. I started feeling bad on March 1st. I got tested on March, 3rd, and it came back saying I was positive. I'm lying. I got tested, what was that Saturday? So February 28th. I got tested February 28th, and it came back that I was negative. But I didn't have no symptoms then. March 1st, I started feeling bad. So I gave it till March 3rd, and then I finally couldn't take it no more. I was like, yeah, I just don't feel right. I got to get tested. Something's not right. So March 3rd is when I got tested, and it came back saying I was positive. I've been out of work ever since March 1st, and we're almost at the end of the month. That's how long it takes for your body to feel like its normal self. They tell you it's up to you, after 14 days to get tested again if you don't have any more symptoms for the most part. And after that, if you're negative, if you want to, you could go back to work or go back to doing things. But they also tell you if you if you still feel fatigue or whatever, to rest. And the crazy thing is everybody's body is different. So this disease is not like just like, oh yeah, if you get this is all you got to do, and boom, you're good. I can't say that this will work for the next man, but for anybody out there that may be looking at this that's going through COVID now, all I can do is give you my suggestions, and hopefully it can work for you if you're looking for some relief. So these are my go-to medicines that I use that I really believe, like I said, I feel did the trick for me. For my body aches, I took turmeric. Like, I don't even know why I waited so long to take this stuff. And yes, I would take turmeric. Actually, no. I didn't start taking turmeric until, because I was taking pain relief. So I would take turmeric. I started taking turmeric once the body aches weren't as bad, but they were still a little like pulsating. So I would say I would take the Tylenol, and then I'd give it an hour, and then I would take turmeric on top of it. And that really, really, really did the trick for me with the body aches and the muscle aches. Yeah. Next, my vitamins that I took. You got to take your vitamin B. That helps. And this was the Rexall brand that I took for vitamin B. It says B complex with folic acid plus vitamin C in it. And it helps with energy, metabolism, and nervous system health. So I took that. And then good old, everybody knows zinc. When I went and watched other people's stories, a lot of people were saying they took the zinc pill. Y'all, telling you, the zinc pill really, really, I believe, was the main factor that helped me get back into good health. And I did the 50 milligrams of zinc. Same brand. Of course, zinc is to help build your immune system. And then I took vitamin D. This is D3, but I was taking this even before. Even before I got sick, just, because I am a woman of melanin skin, and it's good to take vitamin D. It's important for us to take that. So the vitamin D, and that was the Finest Nutrition brand that I took that in. And all of this that I am talking about, you can get it at Walgreens, CVS, Walmart, any of those stores, you should be able to find it. And then lastly is the vitamin C pill that I took. It is like a orange little pill. Let me take it out of the bag. And it looks like this. It's like an orange pill. The light is making it hard to see. Let me see. There we go. So it's a circular orange. It's really big. You can't swallow. You must chew it. It's a citrus flavor. So yeah, those are the vitamins I took. And then I forgot to say, on top of the uh, extra Tylenol and the, what did I say? Extra Tylenol and turmeric pill. I don't know if y'all have heard of this. Shout out to my aunt who told me about this. It is called Procure Epsom Salt Rub, and it's Botany Boost extracts, and it's a massage away for your aches and pains. It's no bath needed for this, and that's what this is here. Let me see. I can see that. The light is kind of, I don't know. There we go. So you want to get the one with the purple flowers on the side. That really helps as well. That this really was a key as well. Yeah. And then I only took this one once or twice, and that was only because I would get a cough every now and then. Like, it wasn't nothing like coughing all the time, but it would, like, I would cough maybe here or there, but nothing too dramatic. But I wanted to make sure that it didn't become a habit, so I did take the 12-hour Delsum, the grape flavor. I took that like in the beginning, and then I kind of stopped taking it once I stopped coughing. Like I said, it wasn't a heavy cough. It would just be like, like if you get something gets stuck in your throat and you cough, and then you're good, and then it may happen 2 days later or something like that, and then it was done. So that's what that was. So yeah, I took that for a couple of days. Maybe that helped to stop it from progressing. So that's another thing I took. But I do want to say that mostly with my experience as well, I had no appetite for a whole week. Like, it was so bad that I felt like they had so many, because I was watching TV a lot, catching up on my shows. It felt like it was so many food commercials. It got to the point that I couldn't even stomach looking at it, that I had to turn my TV off, and then I just grabbed my phone and watched YouTube. That's how bad, like, I just didn't have an appetite. And I ended up losing a whole dress size. So I guess you could say that's the positive of it. But at the same time, I mean, I definitely wouldn't want to, have to say, oh yeah, I lost a dress size by getting COVID. Like, that's not something I would recommend. It was very, 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 and I'm not exaggerating this, y'all, I promise you, fatigue. I said I had chills for one day, and then through the whole time I had COVID, I had muscle aches and body aches. And that was so irritating. Also, I experienced one day my heart rate went up very, very high. I was sitting on the bathroom toilet using it, and I just started feeling very dizzy and lightheaded. I thought, honestly, y'all, I thought I was dying. It was the most scariest thing. I tried to throw water on my face. That did not help. It made it worse. And all I remember is standing and looking in the mirror, and then everything just went black. But God is an awesome God, because through that, somehow I remember my arms going up, and I just fell. I don't know how I fell or anything, but I didn't hit my sink. I didn't hit the door, because the door was like halfway open, so it was like to where the way I fell, I could have hit my lip, my head on the knob, anything. I didn't hit my head on the floor. It's like God made sure by my arms going up like this that it protected and caught my fall. And I have a marble sink, so if I would hit my head, it could have went really, really bad. Yeah, that was, and it was so weird, because it's like I knew I had fainted and I was knocked out, but I could hear everything, and I could hear my dad screaming for my mother, hurry, hurry. And then it was just like I just woke back up. Like, I felt like I had fainted, and I was out for maybe like 30 seconds. It could have been longer, but to me it felt like 30 seconds to a minute, and then I felt fine. It was the weirdest thing. But they say with COVID, because it's a disease running through your body, anything can happen because it's attacking your immune system and your body. So, yeah, that was really, really scary. So I had to get in the bed, elevate my feet, above my heart. Shout out to my cousin, Eva, who's a nurse. My mother called her to get some advice on that because my mom just wanted to go immediately. Let's go to the hospital. And I'm like, I don't want to go to the hospital. I don't want to be around other people with COVID. I don't want to catch anything more than what I got. That was how I felt about it. I was like, if I can prevent going to a hospital, that's what I am trying to do. So I kept elevating my feet. Luckily, my mom had the little thing, when you go to the doctor and they check your heart rate. I don't know why she had that, but she bought one. And yeah, she kept checking every 30 minutes, like my aunt, like my cousin said. And once I calmed down and was drinking my good old Simply Orange and my water, my heart rate went down regular. But of course, my mom didn't tell me until after the fact that, Sean, if your heart rate didn't go down, you could have died. Like that's something serious. So, that's why I say God is awesome. He never fails me, and I just am so thankful for him. The last thing I want to say that I used that was very, very important, and I use this every time I went to the bathroom. Anytime you touch anything, you Lysol, baby. Lysol. Spray everything down. Then I took the cleaning wipes, wiped everything down, because you want to try your best to prevent it. Anybody else from coming behind you and catching anything at all. And then, of course, the last thing is good old hand sanitizer. Can't have enough of hand sanitizer. Yes. So I say all of this and I bring all of this to y'all's attention, Shante and Rennick fam, to say that if you still are believing COVID isn't real, it is. If you still think that you're untouchable, you aren't. And COVID is not something to play with. It's not a great feeling. It is detrimental to the body. Nobody wants to feel horrible. I promise you. So take the precaution, do the right thing. If you know you've been around a lot of people, don't go immediately home around other people or whatever. Isolate yourself for a couple of days to just make sure you're good, in my opinion, because it's just selfish of you to just live how you want to live and then be around other people and not give them that choice to be able to be safe. So I ask and I beg you all, be smart, cautious, please. And I hope this video was informative. I hope I was able to help anybody. And if you have any questions, leave in the comments. I'll be more than happy to answer and give you anything that you need answers to that could help you if you are fighting this deadly disease. I'm with you. I'm praying for you. I love you guys. Thank you for checking in to this video. And y'all have a wonderful, blessed Friday. You made it to the end of the week. And your girl will see you next video. I love you guys.